Today, I am going to be talking about the supplements I take on a daily basis. It's taken me more than 10 years to refine the supplements I take to such a degree, but these are my routine supplements, and I'm going to be walking through each of them. To start off, I want to talk a little bit about perhaps the most significant supplement that I have ever taken in my life, which is Adrenal Health by Gaia Herb. Adrenal Health is a very simple blend of organic oats, ashwagandha, a couple of exclusively herbal ingredients that I discovered 10 years ago. I discovered it from my friend Michelle. I took one pill and right away noticed a difference. This was at a time in my life where I would bike down Oak Street in San Francisco at 45 miles an hour in traffic, and then after about 30 minutes of biking, I would go home and I would drink a half gallon of homemade chai with a ton of sugar, such that at the end of this exercise and caffeine at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, I was just like shaking with adrenaline and with intensity. So I started to take Adrenal Health a couple of times a day, and what I found is the more of Adrenal Health that I took, the less craving I had for that intensity of a bike ride and that intensity of caffeine intake, such that I almost completely cut out the caffeine and all of the sugar associated with my chai over the course of a couple of months by supplementing Adrenal Health. These days, I only take Adrenal Health and ashwagandha when I've had a significant spike of adrenaline in my life. It was one of the few ingredients that I got immediately within 2 hours after my car crash and supplemented like crazy for the several weeks thereafter. Ever since discovering Adrenal Health by Gaia Herb, I've gone deep into supplements. It was so striking to me how much of an impact taking Adrenal Health had and how much I was able to get rid of a lot of the caffeine and a lot of this kind of unhealthy addiction to intensity. So this is my travel case, and it also kind of highlights what I generally take every day. Magnesium, B12, omega, vitamin D, vitamin K2, MNM, and an iron supplement. There are a couple more here, but those are my day-to-day default basics. I really like Magnesium by Doctor's Best. My girlfriend calls them horse pills. Magnesium by Doctor's Best. That is the Pro Omega by Nordic Naturals. It turns out that every single company, at least reputable company, that makes krill oil supplements comes from the same supplier. During the winter, based on where I live in Northern California, most of us are deficient in vitamin D3. But generally, I will take one pill. I also take vitamin K2, and both of these are from a company I like a lot, Source Naturals. So K2, there's some evidence that suggests it's really good for the gums, and it is a vitamin that generally people are deficient in. There's some interesting research that NMN is beneficial for longevity. The research on this is not clear, and I am not a scientist. I don't play one on the internet, but NMN recent research has suggested benefits long-term health span. My personal experience is that in taking NMN, my fingernails grow faster, my hair grows faster, so I take NMN maybe a couple of days a week. I take a daily supplement. I really like New Chapter, though they recently, I believe, got purchased, and so I'm tracking how they're gonna change the mixture of ingredients pretty closely, because anytime a company, especially a small company, gets purchased by a bigger company, they change up the formula. It has some things that I have here, so vitamin D3, for example, vitamin C, vitamin B12. Again, something that I look for is, does it smell good to me? I don't take supplements that don't smell good to me. Glycemic Health by Gaia Herb. So I have always had a sweet tooth. I really like sugar. Trying to cut out sugar, or at least decrease my sugar intake, has been a project. Some of the ingredients in this will be very familiar. There is fenugreek, there is turmeric, there's bitter melon, but Glycemic Health has, over the last year or two, had a similar impact on my sugar cravings that Adrenal Health had on my adrenaline cravings way back when. But taking 1 or 2 or even sometimes more Glycemic Health in the morning results in me having less sugar cravings throughout the rest of the day. Iron, and specifically I really like the Floridix iron supplement, is best not taken with food. Iron, when I supplement iron, I do so in the middle of the day or in the early afternoon, not tied to food intake. A very important part of my supplement routine is doing regularly blood tests to determine how is my iron. Do I need more, right? How is my EPAs and my fish oil intake? Do I need to take more? Should I cut out my vitamin D3s because I'm getting enough sunlight? Another supplement, I've talked about it in the Go Bag video, electrolytes. This is something that has really helped me when I've been doing a lot of fasting this year. Electrolyte pills. Interestingly, primarily magnesium, potassium, and sodium. And so my fasting became much easier and much faster. One more morning supplement that I always take is vitamin B12. The other set of pills that I've really been focused on lately is my evening routine. Trying to improve my sleep and perfect my sleep has been a high priority this year. 3 things that have made a big difference. Magnesium L-threonate is specifically a type of magnesium that helps people get to sleep, and I have found a substantial impact. So I'll take a little bit of magnesium in the morning, and then I will take more magnesium at night, but specifically the L-threonate. L-theanine I find very soothing right at bedtime. Very clear scientific research showing that L-theanine helps with winding down and with sleep. And then the last one is apigenin. And apigenin is a characteristic of chamomile. It's just a concentrated form of an ingredient within chamomile that puts us to sleep. One final supplement that I sometimes take at bedtime or around bedtime after dinner is Adrenal Health Nighttime. It's a slightly different ingredient mix from normal Adrenal Health. It does not have ashwagandha. It has a couple of different mushrooms, cordyceps. It has a similar effect, though I've found less pronounced effect of just like a gentling to the nervous system that Adrenal Health also has. I take a lot of supplements, and I'm very deliberate about which supplements I take. I take Adrenal Health, Glycemic Health, Nightly Restore, Immune Support, B12, magnesium, potassium, several different types of omega-3s. I take krill oil. I take zinc, magnesium L-threonate, and theanine, and also a liver supplement. I sometimes take echinacea when I'm feeling poorly. Vitamin K12, vitamin D3, MNM, quercetin, zinc, electrolyte supplements. If I could only take 3 supplements, I would definitely take an everyday supplement from a trusted brand where I knew the ingredient list. For me, personally, I would take Adrenal Health by Gaia Herb because it has had such a profound impact on my life. And then I would probably take krill oil because we are almost all of us deficient in omega-3s and in fish oils. I'd really like to also take magnesium, especially with how much I exercise. If you're just starting out and trying to figure out what supplements to take, I recommend getting blood tests so that you can know for yourself what you are deficient in. I really like the company Inside Tracker, which gives you a customized suite of blood tests and also what you can do when you are deficient in specific things. Other than a daily supplement, I actually recommend that everyone goes and gets their blood tested so that you can know what you should take to improve your health. Time to take my daily routine of pills.